Hello, community, TNT community. Welcome. It's Jemima here, back with our second part of our Oracle cards for intuition, which is lined up with our Be Your Own Guru series on streaming on YouTube and Rumble and Instagram and Facebook. So we're across all of our platforms. And if you would like further details, they're up on our website at tongueandtonic.com.au. We have our main newsletter coming out, so please do sign up for that if you feel to, and that's through our website. Okay, so we're pressing on. I did cover before our Oracle cards, and we looked at our like mini cards, our little affirmation, mantra cards, or they're kind of reminder cards as well to remind us to use some of the tools that we have. But yeah, so these ones were linked to crystals. We've got ones linked to fairies and mermaids, and it's even like stepping through new doors or portals. There's witchy ones. We've got all sorts of these little cards. I also went through Chelsea's cards, who's a local, and they're the kids' cards. I made a couple of recommendations of how you might utilize those cards with your kids, and also went through Ginny's cards, and they're very much affirmation cards, which are fantastic, all in the positive. So when you're looking for affirmation cards, make sure they're in the positive. If you're looking at double negatives when you buy your Oracle cards, you're going to confuse your core system, your core belief system, and you're going to have some trip ups or roadblocks with your manifesting. So in all good conscience, choose something that is easy for yourself to absorb rather than something that needs working out in order to be absorbed into your core systems. It's better to give ourselves common sense. It's better to give ourselves truth from the get-go. It goes straight in. The more we confuse ourselves, tuning into this 3D opposite world, the more disempowered we become. Okay. So I am going to do a spread with the unicorn cards simply because I just love them and they're super easy to understand. I will do one with Emily's cards as well, but they're quite detailed. I may have to touch on the book for that, and that's okay too. So they're really Emily's cards really have a lot. Even when you look at them the first time, the third time, the second time, they've still got a lot going on. So they're definitely cards for halfway through your journey, and they'll lead you up and be assisting till the end. Okay, so when you take any cards, any oracle cards, these are divination cards. So they hold energy. They hold energy from other people, energy from you, energy from the vibration that you were in last time you touched them. So if you're changing topics, if someone else has touched them and you're doing a reading for somebody new, if you're doing a reading for yourself, make sure you cleanse your cards. Otherwise, it'll be a little bit murky. It's like when you're trying to do several things at once, it dilutes what you're doing. Yeah. So we want to make sure that the energy is clear that's going into the cards to take the opportunity to have a better clarity of result for the information that you're seeking. Okay, so how can you cleanse your cards? You can knock them. So knocking the energy out. And remember, your intention is part of the vibration that you're bringing forward. So my intention is to clear the energy from the previous user or from their previous use or from the previous question. Knock it out. I'm sending the energy out with the knock. It's a powerful knock. It's not just yeah, I'm focusing. Yeah. You can put them in your sound healing bowl if you've got a sound healing bowl. You can put them out in the full moon. You can put them out in the sun, but be mindful that the sun doesn't fade your cards. You can sage them, put them near your incense, or you can simply just hold them. Use your intention, send the energy out, or potentially, I like to program a crystal on each of my cards. I feel it is protective for them. Why would I do that? I feel it's protective for them. Originally, when I started reading cards, I've always been just an intuitive reader. I'm not schooled on any type of cards, even tarot. I will read intuitively. Uh, I know a little bit about it, but I'm an intuitive reader. So when I first started, I was a little bit nervous. So what I did was I programmed my crystal to each, I programmed a different crystal to each deck of cards. How do I do that? So first of all, the crystal energy is sleepy, a little bit tired. So you have to say, wake up, beautiful crystal. It's time to help me in and move into action. So can you assist, or I'm requesting that you assist me have the best possible intuition from these cards. So the best possible assistance. So however you want to word it, I think I always used to just say, assist me with the guidance and support that these cards, that the answers that these cards have to give. And then I would hold my crystal while I was doing the reading, or I'd pop it in my pocket. So it was with me all the time. That also felt really supportive and just super helpful. And it is interesting because this crystal was linked to my tarot cards for a long time. And when I opened the shop and I did have it sitting on the tarot cards all the time, literally everyone wanted to buy it. Everyone that walked into the store for about 3 weeks, and I had to put it away because people started to get a bit shirty. Well, if you're going to have things out, they need to be for sale. Um, so it was just fascinating that everybody picked up the crystal. Everybody wanted it because it held energy, because it was holding vibration, and it was helping with assistance. It was helping with assistance of clarity and support and for your intuition. And so I think everybody wants that. Uh, it just makes life a bit easier when you're tuning in, when you're empowered in yourself. So when we are shuffling, after you've cleansed your cards, when you're shuffling, so one of my cards just flipped down on top, you can make the choice. You can choose this card, cocoon of white light, rest in perfect love, understand oneness. Well, I think I'll take that. So often if one flips out, you can have all your cards flip out. Vicky, we've done some readings online, some live readings in the shop at the taster sessions, and that's what she likes to do. She likes to shuffle until they jump out at her or they're thrown out at her. So yes, you can do this. I often take the first one that flips out, unless they're all just jumping out all over the place. I'll take the first one that jumps out, and I'll use that as my theme for the reading, or my theme for the guidance. As you're shuffling the cards, you're putting your energy into the answer that you would like to receive, or the solution that you're going with. So I am requesting a positive message of the energy for this Taurus season. Not for me, but for our collective. Okay. So what I'm going to do is choose, another card for open your heart, spread your unicorn love. I'm going to leave that one in there. Just show you a couple of other techniques. Okay, so I've put my energy into the cards. Remember, when you're using divination, anything, your energy is required in order to complete the divination process. So make sure that you're actively participating in this journey. That will give you the best results, as it does in every journey that you fully participate in. If you're in a confused or chaotic space, it's probably best to take a breather, get yourself back in thoughts before you step into using divination cards. Just like when you pick up your pendulum and you're in a bit of a flurry, or in a bit of chaos, or sitting in your drama, or stuck in a loop, it'll shake. It won't give you the answer. It'll just sit there and shake on you, so that the cards also will give you a slightly murky answer. So you are coming with a question, or you are coming to find a solution, but it's really, really important to get yourself in a healthy state of being, or a moderately balanced state of being, or just at least a calm state of being. And if you are unable to place yourself in that state, ask someone else to read for you. Ask someone else to do the cards. Little side story: I was using my pendulum and bought a cat for my son, and I let the cat out and it rained, and I was flipping out that the cat was no longer alive. I was really flipping out. I had the pendulum. I was like asking my pendulum, and it was changing directions all the time. And I was like, ah. I handed my pendulum to my friend. She cleansed the pendulum with her energy. I think she had some pine nut with her as well. So we cleansed the pendulum, and she asked the pendulum, and it said, yes, yes, the cat is alive. The cat is alive, which is great. But in that space, I was not able to tune in. I was in too much of a chaotic space. Remember to find some kind of center, or simply phone a friend, ask for help. Before you tune in, just so you can get the answers that you are hoping to receive, the correct answer that you're hoping to receive. Okay. The other way that you can use your oracle cards, you can give them a little shuffle, put your energy into it. If you're reading for someone else and you've shuffled the cards, maybe they're not able to shuffle the cards, or they don't want to shuffle the cards, but you still need your energy placed into the cards, you can ask them to put their hand on top of the cards. Focus on what they would like to receive answers for, or the energy, or just imbuing the cards with their energy. Take a moment. If you close your eyes and they're sending energy down into the cards and you're holding onto the cards at the bottom, see if you can feel the energy coming in. I can. The cards for me become very heavy. How do the cards feel for you? You can feel when somebody has put their energy into it. Remember to stay calm, step out of your thinking brain, and just sit in your knowing, or your energetic self, and bring your energy in. And that energy will be received through the cards. The other thing that I sometimes do, I started doing over the last couple of years, if I'm doing it by myself, I will, because if you think about quantum physics, you don't know which cards are there. They could change. I mean, how do you know that they're not? I believe that it's possible. So what I do in terms of, like, because I have a strong belief system in the quantum realm that truly exists and is so magical and wonderful, that I can call my card to the top. So sometimes I just sit there and I call my card to the top, and I imagine it coming to the surface. I imagine them all shuffling around and changing their images on the card, and that it comes to the top. We've all seen those studies that when you look at the particles, they'll do as they're told, but if you look away, they do all sorts of other things. So again, you've got to believe it to see it. So I can call my cards to the top. Okay. Remember, if you're feeling that you're in a space that could be better, do a little meditation, do a little cleanse of yourself, of your being. Take some nice deep breaths, cleanse your auric field before you step into reading, because also the energy or the vibration that you sit in will be the space that you read in. So I find that people that are sitting in a more negative space, they'll read the negative aspect of the message. And when people are sitting in a more neutral space, they'll read a clearer picture of the message. And when people are sitting in that positive space, they might miss the balance of the energy, and they might only be reading the top note, or the higher vibrational aspect of that message. So it's good to sit in that balanced space so that you can read the whole message rather than sitting in one or the other space. That's my recommendation. It's truly up to you how you read, and remember to just take what resonates with you. Okay, so the 3-card read is your past, present, and future. So I've got my past, your personal unicorn. Breathe in pure love. Stay open to unicorn magic. And that's definitely where I've been, which is great. And then we've got the present. Stand in your power. Be passionate about your vision. Bring about positive change. Also, no, we're doing the read for Taurus. Oh, so person, yeah. Okay. So stand in your power. And then we're looking to the future. Cosmic diamond, spread hope and joy, illuminate the world. So we are sitting in this Taurus energy and we are stepping into this Taurus energy. And I have just mentioned previously about being in service. So when you stand in power and you're in service to yourself, you are able to be in service to others in a balanced way. So standing in your power is all about finding that balance, finding that empowerment, allowing yourself to step forward gently and slowly. In the Taurus energy, it is okay to go slower as well. It's an earth element. It's that slow, steady, consistent movement forward. So how wonderful. And we're stepping into really embracing our crystalline in the future. And there's all these crystals there. I'm not sure if you can see it. It's so beautiful. So as we're spread hope and joy, illuminate the world. So once we've learned to be in service to ourselves and balance the service to self and others, we can truly step into our true illumination. The cosmic diamond makes me think of clear quartz, the vibration of love, truly stepping into that self to self kindness and spreading peace, love, and joy into the world, which is where I'm going. Come and join me that way. I hope you do because it's a wonderful place to be. Okay, so you can use oracle cards in this way. It's similar to using tarot cards because you're using a tarot spread, the past, present, future, and with the signifier card at the top. So that is also possible and a beautiful way, and it's a beautiful message to step into. If you're doing your sacred healing cards, how would you use these cards? You can use these cards a little bit more similar to the unicorn cards, like tarot cards, but it also might be something that you're contemplating. So Emily uses a lot of frequencies as well as symbols, as well as a deeper understanding. So she's got an extremely large, very comprehensive book, and it does give you a lot of insight into the ancients. You can have a look about all the things that have been converted or skewed, because all the ancient symbology is in this deck. For me, this deck is almost like a tarot deck in an oracle form. You can also use it for visualization. About 2 years ago, I was looking at what are our best ways to travel energetically, to be protected. And I was looking at sacred geometry spaces that I could, shapes that I could use within meditation to accelerate my movement forward with my meditations, but making sure I'm wholly protected. And I do remember pulling out the Merkaba. For me, that Merkaba is a very sacred space. It's also used in the idea of portal travel, self-portal travel, hopefully bringing it into the now to make it actual portal travel. I look forward to that moment. So these are good also visualization cards. You can use oracle cards like that as well. There's just really so many ways that you can apply different cards that you may resonate with. So if you're a visual person, if you're someone that benefits from positive reinforcement, I think that's all of us. And if you are someone who also requires reminders, which I think we've proven that's all of us. I mean, that sort of framework for us that we do require reminders, and oracle cards are a really great way to remind yourself to step into the vibration that is going to be most beneficial for you. I would love to hear your stories with your oracle cards, ones that you hold dear and just deeply love, oracle cards that maybe being passed down, or potentially oracle cards that you've got in the making. Do bring them in if you're looking to design your own. Come and have a chat to us if you would like some inspiration. We've got lots of thoughts, feelings, and ideas that go on between us all. And our oracle readers, I often read oracle cards for clients when they come in private sessions. We also have Jade that is doing oracle readings with her wonderful deck of oracle cards, and she's got oracle cards that have different mandalas on each card, and they also have the affirmations and messages. They're really beautiful. So she's doing the oracle card readings on Wednesday and Saturday. And then you have Vicky and Hannah that are doing straight tarot card readings on Thursday and Tuesday. And Hannah will be moving to Monday. So we're going to have tarot every day, which is or tarot or oracle cards every day. So it's just super exciting to step into this possibility of another tool that can help you on your journey to intuition. As we step in and we gather more and more tools for our journey into intuition, we really are building our self-empowerment tools. And then we are truly being able to step into being our own guru. And that means that you still have the ability to listen, gain information, but being your own guru is about discerning that information, seeing if you resonate with that information, and then choosing to either let it go or take it with you and use it as part of your journey. I encourage you, invite you, and celebrate you as you step in to your oracle card journey in your intuition. That's me, Jemima, signing off, and I'll see you next week. We are going to be covering tarot cards and intuition next week, and I will be sitting down with Vicky to talk about that, as I am, as I said before, simply a intuitive tarot card reader. So we will be going through some different spreads that you can use, and we will be doing an energetic read for the month of May with Vicky later on this week. So I look forward to seeing you then. Take care.